Hello. Some really dramatic contrasts in the weather across Europe at the moment. Some really dramatic contrasts in the weather across Europe at the moment. High pressure is anchored down across Scandinavia. That's producing this big area of clear skies here on the recent satellite picture. Further south, though, a very dramatic area of low pressure promises more intense rainfall on into Tuesday, and another low comes into the picture, rolling in from the Atlantic across southern Portugal, southern Spain and into the northwest of Africa too. We'll see heavy rain anywhere really from Turkey right the way through to southern Portugal. It does look like perhaps the south of Turkey and the Greek islands will see some sunshine on Tuesday, but for northern Greece and the Balkans, a risk of flooding rain. There'll be some strong winds at times too. A wet story for Italy, for Sardinia, for Corsica, for much of France, and some very intense rainfall, particularly I think across eastern Spain. Further north, the area of high pressure keeps the sunshine coming, and it looks like the high will just squeeze a bit further south on Wednesday, so drying things out quite considerably, for example, across northern Italy, but the remnants of that low in the Med still look pretty potent. So in terms of our outlook, thanks to the area of high pressure, temperatures are anticipated to climb quite significantly across the northwest of Europe in the next few days. It'll take a while for the rain to pull away from Sardinia and Corsica. Moscow looking particularly windy and chilly through midweek. Hello. A very stormy start to the week in prospect for southeastern states of the US, namely Georgia and Alabama, where there's a risk of tornadoes, some flooding rain courtesy of this area of low pressure, which will eventually push through into the Carolinas and Virginia too. This trailing weather front pulling heavy rain then into Florida as the day progresses, in a wet story really all the way through the mid-Atlantic. Another low that we're keeping an eye on will develop just to the south of Hudson Bay and start to sink towards the Great Lakes. Monday, though, across western Canada does look pretty quiet. Some patchy cloud along the coast of British Columbia, but generally sunshine as we look further east into Alberta. Quite a cold wind, though, behind that low coming down across the prairies. A lot of sunshine generally across the western side of the US. A few showers possible, though, across the central and northern California. Through the next few days, actually, things will become more unsettled too, further inland across the Sierra Nevada and for parts of the Rockies. Here's our low as we get on into Monday. The centre pulling away from the east coast of the US, but this trailing weather front certainly likely to be pretty potent. It will, though, by Tuesday be just so much quieter for the southeastern states as that front moves away. Hello. We're anticipating some unseasonably hot weather for parts of Paraguay and northernmost Argentina in the next few days. This weather front coming in, though, further south will not just usher in rain, but cooler air to the southern two-thirds of the continent, if you like, and eventually into Uruguay. To the north, the seasonal rains are really pepping up now, if anything, above average rainfall forecast for parts of Venezuela, also for Guyana, French Guiana and Suriname. And as you can see here, the showers are anticipated to really pack in to the northern coast of Brazil. Further south, much clearer, much drier for southern and southeastern Brazil, all the way through into Argentina as the tail end of that front pulls away on Monday. But just remember that cooler air coming in from the south. So we'll see that having an impact on the temperatures for Buenos Aires, down by about 6 degrees for Tuesday. For Rio, still plenty of sunshine to come in the next 5 days. Across Central America, a lot of fine weather on the whole too. Some isolated showers. The greatest risk possibly on Monday will be for parts of Panama and Costa Rica. Could see the odd heavier one later on in the day too, affecting Cuba, tied in with a weather system that will be sinking further south across Florida. Mexico City often prone to a lot of cloud and perhaps some drizzly rain, though, in the days ahead. Hello. The last 48 hours or so have brought some exceptionally heavy rainfall to the Democratic Republic of Congo, resulting in flooding. A picture here is for drier conditions in the next few days, although we could still see some heavy rain to the south, also affecting northernmost Angola. Heavy rain off the east coast of Africa too for Tuesday, some of that pushing on shore into the likes of Kenya and Tanzania, again with a risk of flooding. Meanwhile, we've got an area of low pressure to the northwest of the continent. The centre of the low will roll through into the western Med. There'll be some showers for northern Morocco and Algeria. Quite strong and gusty winds across Algeria, Tunisia and Libya. We're anticipating some dust and sandstorms here in the coming days. We have, though, still got plenty of fine weather to come for the likes of Kinshasa and Lusaka in our outlook. As for the Middle East, here too, we're anticipating some quite squally showers, courtesy of a weather system sinking down into the Gulf, the tail end across Saudi Arabia. I think those showers will stretch as far as Kuwait on Tuesday and eventually push down towards Doha and the United Arab Emirates. A few showers also possible as we look to the south of the Red Sea. I think maybe Aden getting a little bit of rain on and off in the next few days. Looking drier here from Thursday onwards. Hello. India is likely to continue playing host to some unseasonably potent showers in the next few days. We've seen some very heavy rain pushing across the northeast of India into Bangladesh. Recently, the area of cloud marked here on the satellite picture. You can see another system trying to follow hot on its heels. And through Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday, some very squally showers are likely across the northwest, for Odisha, for West Bengal, all the way through into Assam and Meghalaya, and for many parts of Bangladesh too. Some heavier showers also for the southwest of India. We head further north and it's a much quieter picture and very warm across parts of Kazakhstan, certainly in the next few days. Temperatures well above average there in Nur Sultan. The warmth extends all the way down into Tashkent. Some showers though for Pakistan, although those tending to ease as the weather system pulls away eastwards. I think there will be, though, as I said, some heavier showers again for Kerala, parts of Karnataka, also for the Maldives and for Sri Lanka. Some locally very intense downpours to come. Along with the showers, expect strong and squally winds and hail at times, so potentially some damaging conditions. Mumbai, however, along with Islamabad, looks set fair in terms of our outlook, whereas for Dhaka and Colombo, you can see the picture is a much more showery one. Tashkent still keeping hold of some exceptional warmth in the coming days as it stays dry here. Hello. The weekend saw some heavy rain affecting parts of eastern China, particularly Saturday. The weather system responsible now pulling away eastwards. It's brought some heavy rain into the Korean peninsula and across Japan. Strong winds follow on behind though, so even with some sunshine, we're feeding quite a lot of cold air as far south as Seoul. Temperatures well below average here and gusty on Tuesday. Some sunshine for Tokyo, risk of gales across Hokkaido. The front itself, though, the tail end of the weather system, looks like it will pep up again on Tuesday, so expect some heavier rain for southeastern China and Taiwan. Quieter story generally across Vietnam into northern Thailand. I think there will be more showers for Indonesia and Malaysia in the coming days. But if anything, the seasonal rains do look a little quieter than perhaps we'd expect at this time of year for the next few days at least. Australia is largely dominated by high pressure in the coming days. A few fronts rolling through to the south. Some quite chilly air getting in ahead of a weather front will mean a cooler than average day for Perth on Tuesday. Some rain, perhaps not quite getting as far north as Adelaide, but affecting the far south of South Australia, heading into Victoria and eventually Tasmania. And then we've got a front pushing into the South Island of New Zealand, whereas to the north, we're looking at some quite potent showers and particularly actually across Northland, but some welcome rain for some as drought still affects much of the North Island.